Welcome to another edition of Rockin' Comics. I'm still Zach.
I'm Amy.
And today, that was not very enthusiastic.
Sorry. A little bit tired.
Run a half marathon, suddenly we're tired.
Oh no.
Anyway, today in Rockin' Comics, we're going to talk about a couple things. I think we've mentioned it before. Marvel Comics has started a Point One initiative, which is where they print out a title of one of their books, and they call it Point One, which is supposed to be a good jumping on point for folks who haven't been familiar with the title yet. And this month, we happen to have 2.1 titles, Secret Avengers 12.1 and Avengers 12.1. Now, we both read them. Let's start with Secret Avengers 12.1. I'm a big fan of the Secret Avengers title. This is the jumping on issue. I have my opinions. What did you think of it?
I thought for jumping on, it's almost like you missed the boat if you're trying to jump on here. Like, you're like, there goes the train, where do I get on? I think I'm getting on here. And you're like, you don't know where you're going.
I can't, I'm not going to disagree. That was kind of the vibe I got. I thought the story was a little disjointed. I thought they were trying to make it an introductory issue to introduce you to the characters in Secret Avengers, because some of them are, maybe not as well known. Valkyrie has history with Marvel, but isn't uber popular. Moon Knight as well, also a tertiary character. I agree. I think they just missed the boat on this issue. And I can tell you for sure, I don't think it has dick to do with issue 13. Issue 12 came out this month as well, and 12.1 is supposed to come after 12. Oh, man, it said continue. It said next up 12.1 at the end, so I was like, okay. I read this, I'm like, that had nothing to do with anything.
Nothing to do with anything.
And I don't see how that's going to tie in with issue 13. I really don't. I was disappointed in this one.
Very disappointed.
Disappointed. And plus, isn't this the one that they threw in, oh, what the hell's the guy? The guy in the alternate, why can I not think of his name? The other Captain America?
Yes.
That's not Captain America,
yes.
Whose name is slipping my head now.
Right, when they don't tell you in here either.
Oh, yeah, they do.
I think they say Steve Rogers at some point.
Yeah,
I don't think they say
him.
his name.
Crap.
I don't think they say the other guy.
You guys are you're being like, you're no comic geek. You're no comic nerd.
Boo.
I really am, but just because I'm old and stupid doesn't mean I don't,
It's not the real Captain America anyway. It's irrelevant. Next!
The point is, they did a bad job of it. I was not as thrilled. However, we have Avengers 12.1. I really like this story.
I like this one too. And I think for a point one, this is a point one to me. This feels more like, there's a backstory that you can sense, but you're not sitting here going, I'm missing something as I'm reading it.
Right.
You're not feeling like there's puzzle pieces that you should have, and when you don't have them, you're like, I don't know what to do. It's a picture of a horse? I'm not sure, and it turns out it's a butterfly.
I'm not... I didn't see a horse or a butterfly in this issue. U.S. Agent is the guy I was trying to think of earlier, by the way.
There you go.
U.S.
Okay.
Agent. They don't explain that very well. But for Avengers, my only drawback, I'll say, to Avengers 12.1 is twofold. Number one, they bring in some characters from the new Avengers and from Secret Avengers, which is fine, but I can see if this is a Avengers jumping on point, it may be a little confusing. And number two, it definitely appears in what the research I've read, this sets up things that were going to happen in the coming year in Avengers, but I think it's probably going to wait until Fear itself plays out. But I will give it to Brian Michael Bendis. He brought back Rom the Space Knight. And if you know anything about Marvel history, Rom the Space Knight, when I saw him sitting there, I was like, you got to be kidding me. Is that really him? And they say it's a Space Knight.
Yep.
So there you go. Leave it to Bendis for bringing in some old school characters and plugging them in.
That's what he does.
Very
good at it.
He is very good at it. I agree. I completely like that issue. Thought it was really good. Thumbs up on that one.
Thumbs up.
Secret Avengers.
Thumbs down.
I just think they missed the ball.
Yeah. I
Or
feel
boat.
confident with the thumbs down.
They missed the ball with the boat with the ball.
And the train was going.
The train, and there was no horse or butterfly in it.
No.
So, there you go. Now, we were going to talk about superhero movies. We're going to condense that down because I got the chance to see, thanks to G-Mart Comics, here in CU, got the chance to see a screening of Thor. Now, you were very sketchy. You didn't get to see it, but you were very sketchy on Thor.
I didn't get to see it. I wish I had. I was afraid it was going to suck.
It did not suck.
Okay, that's good.
I thought Natalie Portman, who was your big fear.
Right.
I was fine with her. You may have some issues with her, but she doesn't get in the way of the story, which is what I think you're afraid of.
Yes.
She does not get in the way of the story. The story's really good. My biggest drawback is, out of nowhere, it's a 3D movie. Completely not necessary, and I'm pretty sure it was 3D after the fact.
Right. Which most of them are these days. And that's terrible. It should be outlawed.
Damn.
Should be outlawed.
But story-wise, and I will say this, to me, maybe it's because it's 3D, maybe not, the images all seem darker. Like, it didn't seem as bright as it could have been. And the action scenes, to me, seemed... I couldn't tell what was going on. And I think it was the 3D getting in the way of what should have been crisp, really good action scenes. Because there's a lot of action in store, for Pete's sake. A lot of action. I thought the story was good. I'm a fan. I know Jon Favreau, the director of Iron Man and Iron Man 2, was worried about how to work in... Because they talked to him about doing Thor and the Avengers. He's like, I don't know how we're going to work magic and science in. I think they did a really good job. They really did, and I definitely say thumbs up. You're going to like it. It's a good flick, and stay through the credits.
Of course.
Little another geeky thing
Seriously, ever since Ferris Bueller, who doesn't?
You should. You definitely
You
should.
absolutely should.
Absolutely should. There we go. I think that's about it. Now, next week, we're going to shoot for doing a podcast, a longer form audio in addition to this. Where maybe we'll talk about more superhero movies, maybe we'll talk about something else, but that's going to be where we're going to expand on a bunch of stuff, and Amy's going to school us on manga and all kinds of fun stuff.
Yeah.
So you got anything planned for next week?
I do have some stuff planned, but I'm not going to give it away. Duh.
Oh. Okay. I guess I should plan something as well.
You probably should.
Awesome.
No, you know what? This is fun. This whole no planning thing. It's great.
This was well thought out and planned. They can tell. Scripted even. Not so much. That's it. I'm done. Let's end this before it ends us.
Yeah. Bye.